All right, guys, so welcome to another episode of Hagler's Garage. Today we're going to be doing something a little different. All the content we've been putting out so far has been of the 77 Thunderbird. Today is going to be, or this weekend, this weekend's video is going to be a little bit different. We're actually going to be working on my pickup truck. There's some things that I've been wanting to do, I just didn't have the money. Finally got the money, was able to buy the parts. And it was one of those things where I didn't want to do it and not film it, but it's got to be done. So I was like, okay, let's hold on the Thunderbird real quick for this week. Let's get these things done on the truck, and hopefully y'all will like the content and like the truck. Next video after this, though, we'll be back on the Thunderbird. I've been seeing to get a lot of interest about it, which is cool. I mean, to be honest with you, I didn't like the car at first. Thought it was ugly, but it's more we dig into it, the cleaner it gets, the more I like the old girl. I'm not gonna lie, I really do. But anyway, so I'm gonna give you all a walk around the truck and kind of give you some of what we're gonna be doing and what I've done to the truck already as it sits right now, and what we're gonna be doing in this video. The content that we're putting out, it's not, we're not putting John Deere motors in vehicles. We're not engine swapping LS and stuff like that. Hopefully one day that'd be great, but right now we're just doing the stuff that needs to be done to maintain our rides right now. Now the Thunderbird is a little different because it has been sitting, and we're hoping that we can get it going to where we can drive it. But my truck that I'm gonna show in this video, it's my daily driver, and hopefully, the stuff that we're doing in these videos, just making the videos has really, helped us get motivated to do the little stuff that we needed to get done. Haven't done it, and so hopefully the videos that we're putting out also does the same for other people. So that's the goal anyway. But yeah, so let's do this walk around and get into the what we're gonna be doing today. Okay, guys, so here's my 1977 K10 pickup. I've had the truck for probably 3 years now. I was able to trade for this truck. I traded a 96 Z71 for this truck, and I'll put a picture of that up right now. The Z71 that I had a lot of money in it, and most time when you put into a truck like that, especially like it was an OBS 96 Z71, it was a beautiful truck, but you're not going to get your money out of it. So I was looking to trade and found this guy, and he was looking for a nice OBS, and I was looking for a nice square body, so we just was able to make a even trade. So the truck is I'm the third owner of the vehicle. It's four-wheel drive, of course. Like I said, it was a K10. This is not the original paint on it, but it's the original color of the truck. So this is exactly how the truck would have came. It is a Cheyenne. And I get kind of confused on the different packages these trucks were. I know the Silverado was a package, and the Cheyenne, and this is a 77, so I'm not really sure if the Silverado was in 77. I know it was based off the trim packages, but this truck just about has everything on it, which we'll get into. It cost me a little bit, but the guy that I had gotten the truck from had a 411 rear end in it and 411 front for the axle here. I daily drive this truck. This is my daily driver. So the 411 just wasn't, it was nice hauling, and I use this truck to haul tractors and everything like that, but it was just killing me on the gas, and your RPMs are just through the roof. So I was trying to save some money, and save money in the long run and keep the wear and tear down on my vehicle. So I went ahead and had the 373s put in both front and rear. Had the axles completely rebuilt. So I just got this truck back. So it's been gone for about a month. And I think you might have seen it in the other recent videos that we've put up. I've always wanted one. It's got the Chevy, it's got the 350 in it. Four-wheel drive works. It's got AC. It's in little things. It's funny, but it's got the the window trim up here, the little visor. It does have the cargo light, and cargo light works. AC works. It used to be, so the truck originally was a manual transmission vehicle. So the guy that I had got it from, he took out the original manual transmission and put in a $700 automatic. But the cool thing about it was he was able to leave the shifter, and he put in a kit on it, so he was able to keep the shifter in the floor and still be able to use the automatic, which you just you push the buttons there, and you push the button in, and then you put it into whatever gear you want to go in. Like I said, the AC works. This is a cover. It's not the best. I want to try to get something different. The headliner's in it, which is, like I said, it could be. This is no show truck by any means. So I don't want anybody to think that this is. I mean, it's a daily driver. It is a nice truck, but it's not something that you don't drive. I drive this every day. Everything works in it. It's probably one of the nicer vehicles I've ever been able to have. So I really like it. But speaking of the air conditioner, that's one of the things that we are going to do. I had the Freon updated and to the newer refrigerant, but when they did everything to it, we didn't replace the orifice, not the orifice tube. Yeah, the orifice tube. And I've never done that, so that's one of the things we're going to be doing on the vehicle. Hopefully in this video. Go ahead and pop the hood here, and we'll show you what we're going to be doing in here. So hopefully, I have there's this felt. I don't know if you can see it, but it's falling down, and it just looks bad. I've got another felt piece that we're going to put up in this video. For one, so it won't, when I'm working on the carburetor here, hopefully stuff won't keep falling in it. And we have a brand new Edelbrock AVS2 that we're going to be opening up out of the box. And you hear all the time you're supposed to be able to open it, put it on the box, put it out of the box, put it on the car, and pretty much be able to go. So we're definitely going to test that because I know nothing about carburetors except it puts the gas in the engine. So we'll all be learning a little something again together, hopefully. But the orifice tube we're definitely going to try to replace, and that's going to be down here. What I believe is down right in there. Everything I've looked up, that's pretty much telling me where it's going to be at. So we'll see, but we will have to recharge the refrigerant in it and everything. So I don't know if that's going to get done on this video, but it's definitely something we're going to do. But definitely our felt's going to get replaced, and we're putting the new carburetor on. And like I said, this isn't going to be we're diving into this whole truck. I mean, a lot of it's been done. I've put a 2-inch suspension lift on it, rough country. I didn't want to go with anything more because that means I'd have to get bigger tires, which means it's more wear and tear, and you don't get as good of a ride. I wanted it to still be a nice riding vehicle. Went with the Cooper Discoveries. Really like these tires. The all-terrain has had aggressive look to it, but it still has the ride comfort, and they're not as noisy. So definitely like that. But that's pretty much the walk around on the truck. So we're gonna get into taking this felt off and hopefully getting some new felt put up.
Oh, that's nice.
Well, we ain't spraying it.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what you may want to, because that's gonna help keep it up. It starts sagging if you don't.
Like I said, it's gonna have to be cut.
What is that?
I think you're probably right.
Yeah. Get y'all one of these, man. Helps you out.
Let's see.
I wonder what Derek from Vice Grip Garage is doing today. Probably not this. All right, so I'm over here editing the video, and I forgot to mention right after we did the hood installation, we did run to the parts store, and they didn't have the clips, and so I actually had to get on Amazon, order the clips. They should be here next week, but I forgot to say that on the camera. So before we jumped into something else, that's where we left off on that. Just want to let everybody know. All right, guys. So what we're going to try to do today, I went ahead and bought. I've been wanting to get one of these. Finally been able to get it. It's the Edelbrock AVS2. Supposed to be to where the fuel goes into the carburetor and it's dispersed differently than just dropping it down. It's more of it sprays it. It's supposed to be better for like your daily drivers and stuff like that. So we're definitely going to take it out of the box. We're not going to do anything to it. We're going to put it right on the truck. See what happens. You know, hearsay, you're supposed to be able to take it out, put it on, and be able to go with it. So we're definitely going to test that out and see if that works. By the way, I had to steal this carburetor. This ain't even mine. It's always fun. Okay. I do want to check and see if this, before we do anything else, I don't think this choke's getting power.
Alright.
So I want to check that.
Alright.
And it should get power when you just turn the ignition switch, right? Not turning it on, just to. Let's check that real quick. Volts DC. Alright, you want to go flip the switch?
Yep. Ready?
Okay, it's getting juice. All right.
What made you think it wasn't? You didn't think the choke was working?
Yeah, I just didn't think it was working.
Alright, taking on them two outlets, make sure that
The choke itself is good.
yeah.
It ain't broke. So. All right. Okay.
Alright.
Just want to make sure that.
I knew it was working. I talked to the guy that you stole the carburetor from.
got here? Pull it out, Pop. What we was worried about was, so on my truck, man, look, I don't want to act like I'm sound like I know what I'm talking about, because I don't, by no means. But so that right there comes off the brake booster, goes down and into the manifold right there. That's for your vacuum, and it goes over here and goes up to that thing. I have no idea what that is. Okay, so sometimes on older models, I think, yeah, on older models, the vacuum for the brake goes into that port right there. You can see that. So they didn't send the plug for that because I guess they just assume that we have it, which we don't. And so I'm going to show you on this one. It's got it right there. That's the first red flag we see. So, and I'm going to tell you from experience, it is tough putting that thing in there with when it's on the vehicle. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this one and put it on mine, and then I'll just get him another plug here. So I'm going to get my Allen set. Hell, it was loose.
It got to be, I imagine, real tight.
That might have been where we was getting that gas smell from, maybe.
All right.
I was about to say it don't fit, but it fits.
Is that the same carburetor?
No, well, same brand of carburetor, but different style. Mine's an AVS2.
Where's mine?
I'm not sure what yours is. So mine just, like I said, it disperses the fuel differently than what yours does. Yours is the traditional,
yeah,
pour right down. Mine, it almost, I don't want to say this, but it's the only way I can explain it. I think it almost acts like how fuel injection sprays it out, something sort of like that.
Okay.
Oh, I wanted to tighten on those too. Make sure those were all the way down like they're supposed to be. Okay. Alright, that's done. Now let's get our gasket on. Very nice, very nice. Okay. Alright, now let's go back with the new AVS2 Edelbrock, or what they call Edelbrock carburetor. Better not be broke. How much money did I pay for this thing? There it is. Bam!
All right. Have you got your tube and cutters?
My what?
The tube and cutters. You know, that you cut tubes with, line with.
same draw at your house.
Because it looks like you may have to cut that line.
Yep. Alright, so get y'all in here so we can see if we can show you what we're working with here a little bit better. Alright, so this is my gas line. Okay, we had to have it extra long because on the old one we hooked up back here. So I bought this kit that I was installing earlier. It's just a tube, it goes all the way down and up here to the front so you can install it easier. But my metal rod comes out right there, so I don't know. That's what we're talking about. We might have to cut that rod to make it work better because I still want the filter in there. So we're going to look at that. This other piece that we were talking about, which we saying that we really like, is that little guy right here. Okay, so this is where my accelerator is going to hook up. This is what I was having to use before. And I think somebody just made this, man. I'm going to keep it because it's cool and it worked. But I definitely like that right there better. So we're going to get rid of that contraption. We're going to go with that. The other thing is our spring. It's going to go. This is another homemade deal. Somebody else had already put this in here. I did not. But it works. So we're going to leave that. And then the only other thing I'm going to be curious about is going to be the transmission cable that goes through the K10. So we're going to get it tightened down real quick. Alright guys, we're about to test this thing out. We've not done any adjustments. We pulled it out of the box and just literally set it on the truck here. So we're gonna see what happens. No adjustments, no anything. Let's see what we got.
Ready?
Yep. Thought we got a
right there. We're gonna...
I assume it's coming from there. Apply fuel resistant thread sealer to the supplied 1/8 NPT plug.
You got some, got something to put on it? You can't see it that way.
Alright.
Let it set. We'll come back.
Alright guys, so we're gonna put some RTV around this right there, and
Plug.
around the plug there, and we're gonna let it set for just a little bit. We're gonna get some dinner and see if that'll stop that leaking.
Alright, ready?
Yep. Alright guys, so this is going to wrap it up for today's video. You see it's getting dark outside. So we got the carburetor on, and the only adjustments that we've done so far is the idle. We idled it down just a little bit. Tomorrow we're going to be working on the, not really working on them, we're wanting to just make sure we've got my emergency cable on here it's sticking for whatever reason. So when you go to press the emergency brake down, you release it, the brakes stay on. So that's something we're going to try to look at tomorrow. Nothing major, just make sure that's see if we may be able to free that up from sticking once we apply that brake. Front brakes, when I had the axles redone, they put new brake pads on there for me. We just want to make sure that the brake pads aren't sticking. I was smelling brake pad this week. I'm not smelling it now, but I was earlier this week. So we're going to see if that's an issue. And then we want to look at the this switch right here is for the overdrive in the transmission. It's 700R. The guy that I got the truck from, traded it from, he didn't know it was on or off. He said that was the on position, but we want to double check, make sure, see what we got when we have power and when we don't have power. So that's going to be something else we're going to try to look into. And of course, we're going to try to replace that orifice tube. I don't know if we're going to get to the orifice tube this week, but it sure would be nice because it is hot here. But anyway, we'll catch y'all tomorrow. All right, guys, so it's the next day. So one of the things on the list of stuff I wanted to go through on the truck was I have an overdrive transmission. It's an off and on deal with this truck. It was a manual truck. They put this newer style transmission in it, so you have to have the switch, turn it off and on. The guy that I got it from wasn't quite sure on what was on, what was off. So we're going to hook the meter up to it and see if power is going from one side to the other, if both sides have power, how this thing kind of works. So we're gonna start digging into that and see what we can come up with. Nothing.
All right, now turn your switch on.
Ignition switch is on. there. Nothing. Okay, so I've got 12 volts on this one here.
Okay.
I'm assuming that it works like
Just on and off switch. It's either on or it's off.
right. But
Yep.
I guess what I'm saying is the switch is pointed down in the position to where the power is coming into, I'm assuming. So that's going to be the on.
All right. Well, you got to look at your toggle switch too,
Yeah, I know.
because
Could be.
your toggle switch is going to be in the reverse side. If it's down on the top, then the toggle switch needs to be up for it to work.
Okay, so there's two prongs here and here.
Uh-huh.
This prong is getting power. This prong is not.
Okay.
So if I click it on, then both prongs should have power.
Right.
Okay. So let me go ahead and flip it here. And now they are
Okay. So
both getting power. So it was off.
Okay.
So this is the on position.
All right.
Glad we got that care of.
Try to attempt to put the, hey, where's the part that we got? The tool. Oh, it's in the bed, or it's in the toolbox. That's where I put it. Forgot. We're gonna attempt to pull this steering wheel off. I'm sure my dad's probably done it a million times. I've done it once, and I was in high school, and so I don't really remember how to do it, but we're gonna do it because my blinker switch is messed up. So this is the new one we've got. Hopefully it's the right one. I looked it up, put the part number in, put the part number in, put the year, make, and model and all that. But if you look here, you see, it's just not, it's not doing anything. So pull this cap off. I want to redo this cap some kind of way, but I'm not really sure on how to do that yet. Pull this cap off. There should be a bolt. There should be a little, it's going to be like a, it's a washer, but it's real thin for your horn. So pull that off and pull the wheel off, and then I'm not sure exactly how this all works in here, so I guess we'll figure it out together. You can see how, let's see, it'll focus. Well, maybe not. There it is. You see how old this is. This is, I'm sure this is original to the truck, so it needed to be replaced anyway. normally I'm not the one that goes out and buys freaking tools that they say you need to have and all this other crap, you know, but we did it. We went ahead and bought it. So this is a steering wheel lock plate tool. You're supposed to be able to compress. Let me show you what we got going on in here so we kind of give you an update. So we're going to compress. This is the lock plate. We're going to compress it, and this is the snap lock ring, snap ring, snapping turtle, I don't know, ring. You press this in, and you're going to have to remove this ring right here. So this tool is going to press this in so we don't have to try. You'll see us trying. It's kind of funny, but anyway, so it didn't work. So we're going to press this in, remove this ring. This will come off, and then we'll be able to get down into the guts of this and start that whole adventure. All right, so in order to get our wiring, in order to be able to get this through our steering column for our new switch, what we're having to do is take out each individual wire, feed it through, and then put them back in. So we've just made us up a little diagram here on what wire goes where. And we're just popping them out and we'll put them back in.
guys, so we were having trouble with this, figuring out this stupid horn, and forgot that this plastic piece goes in there, and then you put your plate in, and then you can screw down your screws, just so everybody knows. Alright, so we're gonna get this thing buttoned up here. Alright, everybody, we're finishing up this steering wheel blinker switch. He's putting in the column piece now, trim piece, putting it back up. Alright guys, so that's gonna wrap up our video on the truck here. We was able to get the turn signal switch done, so we got that. New carburetor on there. We haven't adjusted anything yet. We're gonna let it ride and see what happens, see what we have to adjust later on. Probably gonna have to, but as of right now, we're still pretty good. And we was able to check the overdrive switch on the transmission, and all that is working like it's supposed to. We haven't checked the brakes yet. I haven't been smelling brakes in the past couple of days, so we're gonna cross our fingers on that and hope that that fixed itself. But yeah, hopefully on the next video we'll be getting back on the old Thunderbird there. So y'all be good.
Please like, share, and subscribe.